What's up, guys? Cejaman back, and we're going to be doing a review today. This is an oldie but a goodie. Today we're taking a look at the DC Collectibles, not Mcfarlane. Mcfarlane didn't have the license for this yet. This is the Batman the Animated Series, Batman and the Batcycle. So Mcfarlane gave us one of these recently. It is right here. This is my second one. I bought two of these because this one was on clearance, so I'm going to open this one up. I've already done a review on this, and we're going to do a little bit of a comparison because I like the Mcfarlane one, but I never got a chance to get this, and this thing skyrocketed in price, and I got this for a great deal. But the Mcfarlane one is not cartoon accurate. This one is. Plus, it comes the Batman figure with a wired cape and two interchangeable head sculpts. So you got your DC Collectibles Animated Series figure box here, which is awesome. I always love the packaging on these. And then right here, I actually have all of these. So this is some figures that were, I think, upcoming at the time. And on the top, it just reads Batman the Animated Series. So let's go ahead and both open this up, open the Mcfarlane one up. Let's do some comparisons. All right, guys, so we're going to take a look at the DC Collectibles one first. They both come with the same instructions, except the DC Collectibles one came with a checklist, which I always loved. I love that they did that. So right here on the back, you got the New Adventures and Batman the Animated Series. And then the Expressions pack is the Joker and the Harley Quinn Expressions pack I never picked up, which I'm really upset about. And then you have these ones right here. And people try to get those Expressions packs or try to sell them for like $200 to $300, which is freaking crazy. So you get the bases. So the DC Collectibles one here, this one has the little like water effect or dirt effect, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. And then you have the floor. So, but I think this is backwards because if I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to be the top. Maybe not. See, it's kind of different because this is how this one came, the DC Collectibles one, right? And you got this clear plastic with a little bit of like coloring in it. I think you can see that. The Mcfarlane one came with, which I thought was a manhole, and this one falls right off. So I'm wondering if it's actually supposed to be this way. I'm not 100% sure, but this one does not stay in place. This one, let me see. Yeah, there you go. Okay, you have to push it back is the problem. But the clear part on that little dirt effect or water effect, you can see they are different. So one's clear, and the other one's clear, but it has kind of like a color to it. So the bases, for the most part, are exactly the same. I don't think the manhole is colored any different. Actually, they are. They are a different color, too. So, but again, it's just a repaint. The Mcfarlane one comes with a collectible card. The DC Collectibles does not come with a card. So we'll look at the interchangeable head that comes with the DC Collectible. So this is more of just like a closed mouth, and there's no color shading on this. Would have been cool if the eyes lit up on this. So you get that one. The Mcfarlane one uses this head sculpt here too, except they painted the face. It's almost like a pale color. And this one does have color shading. So you can see the differences. So they did use one of the same head sculpts. And this one's more of like a matte black. This one has more of like almost a glossy paint finish to it. And another difference with the Mcfarlane one, or I'm sorry, the DC Collectibles one, is you get a whole figure with this. So you actually get a Batman figure, and then this one here does come with a different head sculpt. Is this sculpted? I think that is sculpted. And he has like kind of like an open mouth. And again, no color shading. This Batman emblem is sculpted. You got his gauntlets. You got an ab crunch, utility belt, and then, the black boots. The cape is what's different. I believe this is the first cape that DC Collectibles did. That's a wired cape, and this cape is fantastic. You can get this in some pretty cool poses. Even if you don't want to have him on the bike and you just have him standing, you can just, kind of put this kind of in the wind. This is really cool. I wish they would have done this with all of them. Hopefully Mcfarlane can use these same kind of capes again. The bottom is blue and the back is black. So he does have ab crunch. I don't really want to mess with the articulations on these because these can be, they can break. He's got a bend at the elbow and he's got double jointed knees. So that is pretty awesome that you get a different head sculpt and you get a Batman with the bike. Now, talking about the bike. So the Batcycle here, this is the DC Collectibles one, and you can see it is pretty much just black with a little bit of gray on it. But this is exactly what it looks like in the animated series. You can see there is a little bit of a tread there on the tire. And right there on the side, this is just gray. You have the foot pedals. Right over here, you have all the gauges and the screens. And I'll show you a comparison with the Mcfarlane one. The front wheel does rotate. And then here is a front look at it. There is a bottom. And you have these little like fins right here too. And this actually keeps it balanced. So let's bring out the Mcfarlane one. Okay, so this is the difference here. So the one with the blue shading is the Mcfarlane, and you can see here the gauges and the screens are exactly the same, except this one has a little bit more color to it. The DC Collectibles does. They both have the power button on the bottom. So let's go ahead and turn both of them on. So you can see here, this one has a blue effect, and this one, it has like the gauges, but it's not as detailed. The DC Collectible one is way better. Right here in the front, you can see the light, and I think they use a different plastic for the DC Collectibles one because the light comes out a little bit different. And you can see right here, they have a little area for the light clear, and then it's plastic. They didn't do that with Mcfarlane's version. They made that all blue plastic. And again, you can see the differences here. Like they put a lot of blue tint on the Mcfarlane one. I honestly prefer the DC Collectibles one, but they're both great. But you can see there's just a really big difference with the two. And then on the back, they both do have a red light, but the Mcfarlane one's a little bit lighter, and the DC Collectible one is a lot better. It looks way better. So there's a comparison with the two. Again, it's the same exact bike. They just gave it different colors. But look at the gauges. It's a total difference, especially when you see it in person. And then again, with the front lights too. Which do you prefer? You like the blue shading on it? Or do you prefer the black and gray? All right, guys, so getting Batman to sit on this Batcycle is very easy. If you guys don't have this, what I would recommend, and you guys do buy it and try to get him on here, I would position his legs first. I mean, that's a good thing that he is double jointed in the knees. So you can get him to sit on here. That's the best I can do right now. I didn't really mess with it a whole lot, but I mean, it still looks great. And then you can get his head. The head actually looks up very well. And the cape looks great when you can, you get it like it's flapping in the wind. I mean, I honestly think this is just an amazing look. All right, guys, there's my quick little review unboxing on the DC Collectibles Batmobile. This one came out a few years ago. You get a Batman with it with a wired cape, 2 interchangeable head sculpts with the helmet. Mcfarlane only used one of these. He reused one of them that comes with the Batcycle. And again, it's color shaded. It's a different color, but it's the same head sculpt. The Batcycles, I'm sorry, are the same, just colored differently. And they have a little bit of different not features, but they're different. They are different. They look like 2 completely different bikes because of the paint applications on them. The bases are exactly the same. I think the DC Collectible one is more sturdy. And overall, I think the DC Collectible one is better. And then plus, I mean, the fact that you get a figure with it, I don't know why Mcfarlane cheaped us out on that by not including the figure. I think this figure is awesome. I don't know why he just didn't include it when re-releasing this. Maybe he'll do it separately. I'm not 100% sure, but both are great. If you guys need a Batcycle, get the Mcfarlane one. I got the second one on sale. I think I paid $18 is what I paid for it. And then if you're trying to get the DC Collectibles one, you're going to be paying over $100 for it if you can, if that. I mean, sometimes it goes even higher. So shop smart. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you guys own both of these, which do you prefer? Again, I think both are awesome, but I do prefer the DC Collectibles one. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon. Later.
Come on, Robin.